Hello everyone! In this video, I will talk about one of the causes that contributed to the Great Depression, which is an easy credit. First of all, we need to understand what credit and easy credit are. Credit is an agreement in which customers obtain products or services first and then pay for it later in a form of installment plan, which is the process of gradually making regular payments, often monthly, until complete the full price. However, an installment plan included interest rates in each payment, so the people who had bought on credit were paying way more than the value of the goods. It also allowed lenders to repossess an item if the borrower misses one payment. Likewise, easy credit is a monetary policy that has a purpose to stimulate a slowing economy by relaxing lending criteria or lowering interest rates for borrowing. In the past, Americans had feared debt, so they avoided buying goods unless they had the cash to pay for those items. This resulted in sluggish economy. Nevertheless, easy credit came to change this behavior during the 1920s, which was a period that the United States was full of prosperity. At this point, new inventions such as automobile, refrigerator, toaster, washing machine, vacuum, radio, and television were being created to provide convenience to Americans. So, most of tedious jobs that might take hours to do were now able to be done much quicker and easier. As a result, their leisure time was increased. This convenience can be easily bought because the stores allowed their consumers to use credit if they did not have money to pay straight away. With this reason, the consumption of this convenience soared as Americans strive for a new standard of living. So employment, wages, and profits climbed steadily. The buy now, pay later became the fundamental process of buying convenience for the middle class since they could not afford all these products at once. Furthermore, many people saw the stock market as an easy way to make money. Just the same as people could buy convenience, they could also buy stocks on credit, called buying on margin. Buying on margin is a purchase of stocks with both borrowed money and one's own money. It became popular since it offered investors with higher gains than usual. Its process goes like this. If the stock price goes up, you gain returns and you can pay back the loans. But if the stock price goes down, you make loss and you still have to pay back the loans, although you have no money to do so. Thus, it is fraught with risks also. By the end of the decade, 60% of radios and 80% of cars were purchased on credit, and 90% of stocks were bought on margin. This seemed to be good, but in fact, they were accumulating debt because they were basically purchased expensive items that they could not actually afford. Additionally, rising in debt led to restrictions on new loans, which led to scarce credit and eventually less spending. To make matters worse, first, many people who bought on credit lost their possessions because they couldn't make the payments. So they stopped making new purchases to reduce the risk of losing things. Second, economy at that time was based on durable goods, which are products that do not need to be purchased frequently because they are made to last for a long time, like refrigerator and washing machine. Once you have them, you do not need to buy them again for several years. By 1929, markets were finally running out of consumers. More goods on the market went unsold, causing overproduction. With profits falling, labor force had to be cut. 80% of Americans have no savings at all. So when they lost their jobs, they were in poverty and they could not pay back the debts they had made on credit. Beyond that, when professional investors saw this situation, they sold off their holdings, so the price of stocks fell down. Then other investors followed to sell theirs. As a result, the price fell further until the stock market crashed. The decline of stocks price caused the people who bought stocks on margin being in debt. When people were in a large amount of debt and could not pay the loans back, banks went broke, which means the depositors would lose their money. Consequently, confidence of the consumers was diminished. So, bank runs, which is the situation when a large number of people withdraw their money from a bank, occurred. In the end, the Great Depression began.